gonna try not to stutter here, but welcome to Cabin Essence. And the World Cup's coming around in about a couple hours. I'm not a clock, all right? But all I have to say about that is if you support any of these four teams, I feel like you have a higher chance among the human population to want to date your cousin. And the reason why there is such correlation between not hate watching these teams even ever so slightly and dating your cousins because of the fact that there are weird thoughts ruminating in your head if you don't want to hate watch or are not veering for any of these teams to lose or suffer in these said matches. I feel like with these weird thoughts, I feel like you have a weird taste in sports. And if you have a weird taste in sports, I feel like you have a weird taste in a lot of things in general. And I feel like you would also have a weird taste when it comes to, relationships. And I feel like you'd be more open to want to date your cousin. I feel like you give me a 7 out of 10 structured thesis onto why you'd want to date your cousin. But let's move on to the first one, okay? But bro, oh my gosh, I forgot to add these, all right? Okay, if you support any of the bad Arab countries, such as Morocco, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia, shout out my Algerian brothers, you must be a Mossad agent. That automatically makes you that automatically deems you as someone who wants to date their cousin. I'm so sorry, I don't make the rules here. Saudi Arabia and Qatar, because if you're not blind or deaf, you're probably already reading the news about most of these countries, all right? I'm so happy the UAE I'm so happy Iraq made it over to UAE, bro. I'm actually so delighted. Before that, let's go to an honorable mention. I feel like it's been better now, but if you support Germany winning this World Cup, especially in the US, all right? And if you're not kind of hate watching these guys, other than the fact that they're kind of bad now, I feel like you're kind of supporting the Nazi regime in the slightest sense, because if you're not German, why the hell are you supporting Germany? All right, I just feel like that's kind of weird, and I feel like you're kind of on the far right and stuff like that when it comes to these things, but that's besides the point. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so first, if you are actively supporting Argentina in any way, shape, or form, all right, other than the fact that there's Messi on the pitch and you're not Argentinian, I feel like you are I feel like you are a more racial type of weird, because of the fact that, okay, first off, they already won. All right, who cares? All right, Messi already got his. Like, come on, give someone else a chance. But besides that point, look at the players on the pitch, okay? There is not a hint of any melanin, all right? And you can obviously tell why if you look back in their history. So I feel like since with you knowing that, and with you not having a slight bit of hate when watching your team, whilst watching DePaul on the pitch, glazing Messi in any way, shape, or form, I feel like I feel like we're kind of getting into racial territory here, and I feel like you would be a bit more lenient into dating your cousin. Next one we have is Ghana, because first off, as a Nigerian myself, I just have this bias. I have this innate desire to hate the brothers that are literally right next to me, okay? So first off, I feel like if you're supporting Ghana in this World Cup, I automatically see that you like the jollof rice in Ghana more than you like the jollof rice in Nigeria. And if you like the jollof rice in Ghana more than you like the jollof rice in Nigeria, I feel like you have a weird taste in food. Automatically. And considering that you have a weird taste in food, I feel like you'd also have a weird taste in a lot of things. And when it comes to relationships, I feel like you'd have a bit of a better, I feel like you try to conjure up a better reason onto why dating your cousin is okay. Okay, I feel like you're one of those weird guys, all right? And third, what we have here is England. And if you're, okay, so let me get this straight. I support England winning this World Cup, all right? And the reason why I'm supporting England winning this World Cup is that as of now, it's been approximately about 450 years since the American Revolution happened. I think it was back in 1776. I think someone comment whether or not I'm wrong or right and stuff like that. But it'd be so funny if England just comes back to win the World Cup and take what's ours in our own country. But that's the only reason why I support England winning the World Cup. If you support England winning the World Cup for any other reason than being British or something like that, I feel like you have a weird taste in a lot of things, all right? First off, a weird taste of food. I feel like you'd like their food. Why would you like their food? All right, okay, this is, I may be overstepping when it comes to judgment here, but I feel like you'd have to have a proper reason onto England winning the World Cup, okay? And I feel like that also kind of connects to their food, all right? And I think if you I feel like if you're an American or a person of any other race that's liking England food from England and stuff like that, I feel like you'd be more open to dating your cousin. I just see the correlation, all right? I don't make the rules here, but other than that, that's the video, all right? If you support or don't hate watch any of these World Cup teams that I've said, I feel like you're more likely to date your cousin, and I feel like you give me more reason onto why you think it would be something that's right.